Yo ho ho, party peeps, everybody's doing good. Carl Bryan coming at you with my boy Pats. Mr. Patrick Bell, are you there?
I'm here. How's it going?
Good, man. You're back from 2 weeks on holidays, doing your thing, man. Hanging out in quarantine. Tell us about your holiday, real quick. Let everybody hear it, Pat. How'd it go, man?
A week at Cannon Beach, Oregon, and then I flew down to Houston to see my cousin and hang out with him and get connected with the old cousins and play on the family golf course and all kinds of things like that. So it was a great 2 weeks.
Cool. I love it. Good job, man. Good to have you back, and you're hunkered away in quarantine. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. You're stuck.
Your wife sliding meals under the door?
Under the door. Yeah, paper thin toast, anything that fits under the door. Paper thin toast. Pour some water under there.
A little bit of water. You lick it off the floor like a dog. There you go. Well done, dude. Well done. Okay, cool, man. Well, great to have you back, and great to be here on our Profit Acceleration call for everybody listening. So, tell you what, why don't we open up a couple lines, make sure they can hear us, and let's go. We're going to go to Steve Feld, my man with the coffee. Yo, Steve, trying to say hi, man. You're self-muted. If you want to say hi, you got to unmute. There he is. Steve, what's going on?
Carl. Not much. How you doing, man?
Oh, we're busy doing our thing, man. What's happening in your world?
Not much. I've been using the Profit Accelerator, and it's been fun. And
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So, man, use it with some clients. So give us a little bit of feedback. Like what using it with clients. What's been some positives and your experiences? Curious.
Yeah, when I set it up for about an hour, I do the jump start, so it's short and sweet. And right there, you get through about 2 sections, and it's amazing that they're already seeing those results, and they just don't know how to react afterwards. It's kind of like, right? Well, let's sign up and let's do it.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. That's what I want to hear, man. And how's the coffee? So if you guys follow Steve, you should follow Steve on Facebook. He's got some very clever memes that he puts out there. Give us a funny meme, man. I'm putting you on the spot again, but give us a funny coffee meme. There's a couple that I've told you I'm stealing when I read them.
Yeah, I got one actually coming up this week just for you.
Okay. You're not going to spoil it, though?
Oh,
God, it for me?
Oh,
okay,
yes.
There you go. Right. Well, guys, you'll have to follow Steve to see his funny coffee memes. They make me laugh. But anyways, all good. You can see. Can you see Pat's screen? By the way, I'm sure you can. I can see it. But
yes.
You all good?
Yep.
Beauty, buddy. Okay, man. I'm going to put you back on mute. Good to have you here, buddy. And folks, as a reminder, what we need to do. So again, this is not a training call. This is a Q&A call. So to get this rocking and rolling, you guys got to either raise your hand or you got to plunk a question into the box, and we can either read it out or open you up to read it out. But in order to get rocking, we need some questions. So, my boy Mark. So we've got a question, but again, so get your questions ready, folks, and get them in there. So Mark, we are coming for you. Again, you're self-muted. You got to unmute yourself. There you are. Mark, you're live, buddy.
I'm here. I'm live. Yay. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Yay.
Awesome. There you go. We need like a ticket tape parade or something, Mark. What do you think, man? For Pat as he comes roaming back into Kelowna.
I'll do the music.
Shit, that was good, man. Holy cow.
You should see.
We weren't expecting that.
Yeah, have fun. So I do have a question.
Yep.
So one of the things I've been doing is before I do a profit acceleration process with somebody, I kind of make their business, and then I kind of do a mock run through on my own, where I'll play with what I think the 4 or 5 different impact areas could be, and then I play with some different numbers just so I kind of get a feel of where what unfolds. If I don't know if I'm doing this wrong, but if I then go back and I want to kind of just start over from zero with that business, and I zero out all the numbers,
Yep.
it doesn't necessarily go back to zero. Am I doing? And I wish I would have done some screen things, or maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe it's weird. But there you go. That's my question. Am I doing something wrong?
Yeah, I don't think so. But sometimes questions like that, maybe your screen is performing differently than mine. And the best way to do that is to, like, if you could do like a Loom video or a screen share video of what you're seeing.
Okay.
Because sometimes I get questions that people are asking me to figure out things, and I'm like, if you could just explain it in the video, it'll save so much brain power to try and figure out the question.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if we can try it on something like this. And if we could find something that they don't have much in there, I've probably got too many here. There's one there. So are you saying like just market dominating position you put to 0, or everything?
Well, I would run through, the 3 to 5 that I think I'm going to use.
Yeah.
And so market dominating position is going to come up at, 0.08 that you got there, 0.8. And then I'd come back and zero it out.
Yep.
I would hit submit and then go to results.
I'll just make sure it's saved.
Yeah.
For the results. Yeah, it's a 0.
Okay, for that one, yep, that shows 0. Okay. And then if you go to the summary, there should be no increase in revenue and no impact on profit at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one, it worked. And it could be that I just missed a percentage somewhere. So now that I think about it, I'll record the next one and just, if I find a spot, then I'll shoot it to you and see. But I find it very helpful just to kind of do a dry run with their financials in place and just see what shakes out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I would guess, Mark, that you just, like you said, you just missed one is all. So that's my guess. But yeah, test it out again and then let us know. But it sounds like we're all good there. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Awesome. But any other question?
No, I'm just having more fun than is crazy with this thing the last couple of weeks.
Okay, before we put you back on mute, give us the trumpet again. I can't believe how good that is. Well done, Mark. High five, man. Every week I want you to come on here and do a trumpet for us. Good job, Mark. Appreciate it, bud. Okay, we're going to go to Christine. Pat, you all good? Anything else you were going to say about that?
Well, I can tell he's not a never trumper, so that's all I'd say.
I didn't mean to. Okay. All right, cool. We're moving to Christine. Christine, you are self-muted. You need to, look at the questions. Holy smokes. We're going to be. Oh, and actually, and just an FYI, guys, we need to get off today. But again, remember, we're going to be back on Thursday, so we don't get through all your questions. At 10:02, we've got all our certified guys, so the invitation-only program. We've got a call, so 10 minutes to the hour. We need to jet off. Just an FYI. Christine, you are live. How are you, buddy?
Yes, I am. Hello, thank you. I hope you had a good holiday, both of you.
Thank you.
I did put my question in the chat, but my question is, when do you advise using the 40 plus or whatever it's called, a profit accelerator with clients?
Yeah,
go, Pat.
I was going to say, use the Breakthrough 40, the full assessment, when you need to do a deep dive on a company and after they paid you some money. So they should be some sort of client in the beginning, even if they paid you just to do the full assessment. And if they're not a full-time client, that's when you'd use it. Or ideally, you've signed them up as a client for a 1-year deal, and you're starting off with that full assessment. But you don't do that as a freebie. Yep.
Yeah. So the process that I'm planning to use is take them into a focus group type of thing, and then give them an offer for the to do a one-on-one with me for the Profit Jumpstart.
Yes.
But I wouldn't. And then from that would take them into if they want to start working with me. But I could use the Breakthrough 40 as their first call after they sign on, right?
Correct.
Well, it's more than just a call. Yeah, you want to use it, but it's going to be several hours. So you're going to have to find a place or divide it up in time, or both, to have that dedicated time of several hours to go through the entire 40.
Okay, so it could be part of the process. Okay, for the first month, we're going to work on this assessment. We're going to do a deep dive.
Yes, it could be that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like don't feel like it's locked in as like your first call, because there's probably a lot of other things that you need to clean up prior to doing that. But yeah, it's part of the deep dive. The Breakthrough 40 is really lifting up every single rock and, going and, you know what I mean, and really uncovering how you're going to go about, crushing it with this client and really kicking some butt.
So it sounds like it would be best even to think about doing carrying through with the Profit Jumpstart to get them getting them seeing some results right away, like that, the low hanging fruit kind of thing.
100%.
Before
100%.
moving into something deeper and more complex, right?
100%. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just think of the Jumpstart as the sale and closing the sale, and then just giving you that introductory roadmap on how you're going to get them going. And then the Breakthrough 40 is where you're really going to, like Pat said, you're going to need to be able to carve out at least 2 hours, and more realistically, a 4-hour like a 4-hour block where you're going to go through it in depth. And even in 4 hours, you're not going to get through the entire thing, right? So prior to sitting down, you're going to want to look through the Breakthrough 40 and decide, which areas are going to be best to go through with a specific client. And if you're wondering, well, how are you going to determine that? That's part of the Jumpstart process, right? To get a bit of a feel for, the little red arrow, you are here.
Right.
You want to kind of establish that with your client, and that's going to help you determine which areas will be best to go through with the Breakthrough 40.
Right. Okay. So it sounds like the Breakthrough 40 would make a really good VIP day with a client.
There you go. And once again, Christine, this is your coaching business. You're playing with it. You're going to, develop your style and whatnot, but that's exactly what you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you very much.
Cool. No worries. And Pat, anything you would add there before we hang her up?
Well, it's the first time I've heard of someone saying, let's use it for a VIP day. And that's great positioning. I mean, after all the years, Carl, we've been doing this. That's the first suggestion of, hey, VIP day. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Christine.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And even logically, you could do that. Like I always did I'm coaching a client. I would always do a quarterly review, right? Where again, we're pouring gasoline on what's working. We're moving out what's not working, what we're not getting done. So as an example, you could do it as your quarterly review, or that might be a little bit long, right? You might want to do it at your, when they make their second payment, boom, this is when you do the VIP day, right? So, but I love that idea. That's an unreal idea. Okay, we are going to move down to Billy. We're coming for you. Billy, you're on mute.
Hello?
There we go. Billy, you're live, buddy.
Hey, how are you? I got 2 questions.
Beautiful. Go.
First was how could I, if you have any tips on blending the 10K challenge presentation with the Profit Acceleration software?
Yeah, Gal, it's pretty much either or. And no doubt you'll see like the 10K challenge, a lot of that is littered throughout Profit Acceleration software, but it's kind of either or.
Okay.
Use the 10K kind of, methodology and maybe flow, we'll call it. But at the end of the day, Profit Acceleration software replaced the 10K challenge.
Oh,
okay.
And let me say here.
There were a few things when I was looking through the software that I felt like the 10K presentation gave a little bit more context. So I guess I would kind of be filling in those blanks.
Okay, there you go.
So let me add here something, Carl. It's such a great question. The 10K challenge presentation and the software presentation is now being blended into one presentation. So we have written the first, actually we've edited the script already. So it's gone through 2 drafts, and now we have to actually create the presentation around it. So
Okay.
that is coming. Give us maybe a month, I don't know, a few weeks to get that together, to build that out. But that is definitely coming, and it's already written and edited.
And I get first dibs on that.
Okay, Billy, you do. Yeah, so for everybody listening, what's happening is the 10K training is becoming 100K training, and the entire thing, like Adrian's working on it probably right this second. That's all, and you can imagine that there's a lot of T's to cross and I's to dot. That'll be coming out shortly, and that's what's happening. So yeah, Billy. Okay, here you go, buddy. Second question.
Do you have any tips for the net profit margin and the gross profit margin section? Like if you ask him what his GPM is and he has zero idea and that industry is not in the list.
Yeah.
Is that a loaded?
You want to go?
I just Google it. So you have the option where you can click other, and under the financials here. And if it's not on the list, you're just gonna have to Google it. So let's see here. It's the first one there. So Google it, find something similar. The other way is you could ask the business owner, what's your net profit margin, gross profit margin? But to know what the industry averages are, I mean, the only thing we have is Google as your friend. So.
Yeah. And even if you don't know that, Billy, you just go 50-20. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be right, but it's going to be like if they have no idea, because remember, you got to get in, you got to get out, you got to get the deal done. So you just say, look, until we establish exactly what they are, here's what we're going to do. And you just, put 50 as gross, 20 as net, and it's probably going to be a little bit high, but there you go.
Okay.
Make sense?
Great.
Cool bananas, buddy. Good job. High five, Billy. Appreciate that. And where are we going?
Yeah, I'll just say here.
Okay, buddy.
Find something similar. So if you have something similar and maybe it's building materials and you see what they're doing in a similar industry, then you might be able to just put in something similar there as well. And that might work. So
yeah. And by the way, impress them as well. Like when you're able to say, look, here's the industry average. They go, wow, okay, awesome. Like the fact that you're able to come up with that, that's going to impress them. So there you go. All right, awesome. Okay, we're moving on to Greg. Greg, you're self-muted, buddy. You got to unmute yourself. Come on, Greg. Okay, he's not able to. That's okay. Greg, we'll come back to you, buddy. We're going to move down to Michelle. My buddy Michelle. Michelle, you're self-muted. We're coming for you. Got to unmute yourself. There she is. Michelle, how's it going?
Hello there. It's good to be on here again, and thank you so much. I just wanted to know if there's a way to merge the Profit Jumpstart with a Breakthrough 40, because I got my first client. Yay, I'm so excited.
Woo! Oh, hey, we got to open up. Where's Mark? Hang on a second. Wait. Don't do anything. Hang on. Mark. Go again, Mark. There you go, Mark. He's on mute. There you go, Michelle. Well done. Cool. So, question is?
So, is there a way to merge a Profit Jumpstart with a 40 Breakthrough?
Answer is no, actually. They're two completely different modules. And so if you're going to go into the Breakthrough 40, you'll have to recreate the answers you've done there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Just think of what we said, Michelle, with Christine earlier. You just see it as two completely different things. One's to sell them, get them cranking, and something like a quarterly review, or when they make their second payment, you make a VIP day, you schedule 4 hours and really go deep. That would be an example of how you could use it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Got it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You
sure. Also, one of the things about the Breakthrough 40, the Profit Jumpstart gives you 5 questions at most. The breakthrough 40 could give you 50 questions or 45 questions. You're not going to ask them all, but you're going to learn so much more about that situation. For example, market dominating position. There's all kinds of nuances you can learn about the company. So before you go off and start coaching them, it'd be actually good to revisit market dominating position or whatever area you found the breakthrough in. And you could just say, look, we covered this in our little profit jumpstart we did, but I just want to take a deeper dive into this area to make sure we haven't missed anything and to make sure we can glean as much as possible. Is that okay? And of course, every time they'll say, oh yeah. I mean, they don't want to miss any profit. And it's really you doing due diligence to make sure you have as best an understanding of the situation as possible.
Yeah. There we go. Good job. Good job. Okay, next up, we're coming for Marky. Mark. There she is. Hey, Marky.
Hi, how are you?
Fabulous. You're
awesome.
live.
I wanted to ask, what do I answer to? How is the total profit impact calculated?
Okay. So let me go back to a different assessment, and I'll just choose this one here. So here we have, it helps to know financials. We have $1 million business, 20% net, 50% gross. So here again, we have $1 million revenue, 20% net, which gives us 200,000. So we have here from this group in the middle, we've got 12 different impacts we've found. So a couple things here. As you add up these numbers in the middle, 90,000, 26,000, 334, etc., they do not equal expected increase in revenue. We've trained on this several times, so you have to go back and find it. There is a video as well under this no results, no fee /software on. It's a great video to look at here. The power of compounding impacts. So go there and watch that video. But we're compounding them, we're not just adding them. So we get this number eventually, it's going to be 623,000 in this case. And then your gross profit margin is 50%. So that should equal 376, but it doesn't. And why doesn't it? And the reason is cut costs. Cut costs does not add to revenue. This is only, let me go there because you'll see it on the standalone. This only decreases the expenses but doesn't add to revenue. So you see here in this summary screen, increase in revenue is 0 because we're just cutting expenses, but the increase in profit is 40,000. So when you get to the summary page, I think it would be increase in revenue is 623,000. You would take 50% of that as your gross profit margin. Then you'd add another 40,000 for your cut costs impact. And that's how you would figure that out. So the best way to figure this out and to do it for yourself is do an assessment, do something basic, something easy with numbers that you can track. Like numbers, for example, like 1 million is always an easy number to track. And so I would do that. And then have a look at what happens if you find an impact in just one area. And I'll take this one here, additional products and services. Let's take a 10% impact. So summary screen, 10% would be 100,000, but there are expenses that happen when you have to implement the solution. And in this case, it's taken out about $7,770 or $70. So we have a revenue impact of 92,230. This number rounds it up or just rounds it to the nearest $1,000 mark. So 92,000. and 50% of that is 46,000. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
There you go. Good, good.
Cool, cool. A little bit of Chinese arithmetic. There we go. Shoot,
Oh, you know,
well,
I tell you, we get these questions sometimes, Carl, and they're showing me the screen. I'm hammering my brain for half an hour and like, oh, cut costs. We forgot that. So even the people that design it blank out sometimes and go, that's what we were thinking.
yeah. There you go. Love it, love it. Okay, that's it. I think we've handled all the questions here, guys, although one, I think he had to exit. Let's have a look. He's gone. Okay, any more questions? We're doing good. Lots of questions here, folks. So high five to everybody. I thought when I saw them all pop up, I thought we were going to be challenged to get through them all. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. If anybody else got a question? If you do, can't. But I think we're good. Look at this, man. 27 minutes past. We're doing good. We're doing good. I'm gonna open up my boy Avi. And guys, if you have a question, plunk it into the box now. But in the meantime, I'm gonna open up my buddy Avi. He's always got cool things to say, and he's always got lots of action. So Avi, open yourself up there, shoots. If you want to say hi, that is. You might not. You might not be able. And I think that's question answered. Greg, we answered your question. There you go. High five. I'm glad. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. If there's no more questions and Avi isn't opening up, which is all good. Oh, here he is. What does Avi have to say? He can't unmute. Oh, okay. All right, buddy. No worries, man. No worries. What do you think, Pat? Holiday man in government mandated quarantine over there. Anything you want to add here before we jet out?
No, except this is a lot of foolishness. This quarantine deal in the States.
Oh, yeah.
The CDC just said in the States, they no longer recommend the quarantine after travel. And so the Canadian government's a little bit behind, but overall, we're probably the exchange rate or something. You know, I don't know. We'll wait a few days before we catch up. But
yeah.
I know there's some people, including my parents, who are like, no, don't come visit. We want to stay safe. We don't need you here. We'll see you next year.
We're all good. We're all good. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, okay. Well, there we go, folks. Look, appreciate you guys. I hope that was helpful. Pat, as always, dude, excellent job. And again, I'm just giving it one more sec here to see if we pop something up, but we don't. So there you go. So I'll tell you what, guys, we will see you on Thursday once again. Come locked and loaded with some excellent questions like you did today. And appreciate everybody. And we look forward to Thursday.